Let's go.
Alrighty, buddy, button pressed.
Yeah, it's been pressed. I just
Oh,
swapped.
well then, everyone, welcome back to D&D. I hope we're ready for another fun and exciting night. As we got away from the demons, the portal has been closed due to
Furby.
the Furby. I think Sky was gone last time, but we covered everything.
Yeah.
Then, at this point, you guys were easily able to climb back down the mountain, head back to the town. And really, at this point, you guys are good to continue your main objective.
Which was to investigate Deep Maw?
It was to find the dwarf that Dawn is looking for.
Ah, right.
Which his last, assumed location was Deep Maw, I believe? Yes, your husband.
Hmm.
Do you remember the info we were given, Danny? About, where her husband may be?
You saw a prison of some kind.
Right.
Yeah, that was the main thing I could get from the scry.
Okay, did the scry seem like it was in a proper prison, or was it
Really couldn't see
stuck?
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just saw him really
Right,
chained
yeah,
to a
well,
wall
yeah, I guess it is.
in baggy
Okay.
clothes.
Are you able to scry again?
I can
Maybe
try.
get more info the second time around? Or maybe he's still just stuck in chains.
I mean, I have 2 more scrolls. I can try if you want.
Oh, I thought you had the spell.
No, it's level 6. Or level
Scry
5.
is level 6?
It's either level 5 or
Yep.
level 6.
I thought it was level 4.
No, it
For what?
is not.
Scrying.
Oh yeah.
Level 5.
We're almost there.
I'm not, because I decided to multi-class.
Fair enough.
But I mean, to be realistic, I wasn't going to get 5th level spell slots as a paladin until 17.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to check? Is there a presumed prison in the town?
You don't know. You can always ask around.
Well, I thought we were still on our way to Deep Maw, but right now we're in Oreen.
Right. Correct. Then do we continue heading to Deep Maw?
I think so.
Probably smart.
Let us go.
Back in the car then?
Back in the Winnebago.
Heading back down.
Winnebago is probably nicer than this.
No, I honestly, I think
The Rust
Rust
Bucket.
Bucket is nicer than a Winnebago. Have you wait, hang on, Danny. What version of the Rust Bucket is this?
OG Sears.
Okay, it's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, okay. If
It's
he had,
kind of a piece of shit.
if he had said, I think Ultimate Alien Force or something, that thing was spec'd out to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
It also has some weird smells in it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's got a
Kind of just
musk.
comes with the object. How far are we by car to Deep Maw, Danny?
Law.
He responded, it did not come through.
I was double checking. You're about maybe a day and a half.
Okay, not too bad. Onwards then? Question mark?
Onwards. I need to ask Crit a question because I think he'd be the best one to ask.
He is working.
Oh, damn it.
No, he's not.
Oh yeah,
At least
now
he's-
he's not. He's off work right now.
So now would be an okay time to ask him, but he'll probably blow up at you, so I'd give him like an hour.
What are you going to ask him?
Don't worry about it.
What are you going to ask him?
It's a science-related question.
Does it have something to do with the campaign?
No?
Okay.
It's more of his science brain bullshit.
Okay. But so then is the plan just to not take a look around and just go right to the town or go Deepmo?
I mean, how big is the city we're in? Is it just like a tiny little town on the edge of the mountain, or is it like a pretty well off city?
Easy way to answer this for you would be think of McFarlane.
I see. Okay.
First name Seth?
Gross.
No, but yeah. Decent sized town. Probably about 8,000. Little more, little less population. Yeah, so what is the plan here? Are we just going to go straight down the mountain, head to Deepma, or head back, resupply?
I think we're good on supplies.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
we're
I
going.
should have some
Hell,
rations.
we
Or
should
something.
have
I have 50
some
rations on.
would be good.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
y'all stocked up in Water Kingdom before we left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got healing supplies, we got food. We should be okay.
So onwards and downwards, I guess.
Yep, so then, if that's the case, then let's go ahead and have somebody roll me a survival check.
Survive.
No, this will not be inflictable with, or influenceable by Flash of Inspiration.
We
Dang.
don't have an
well, I'll tell you-
artificer.
That's
I'll
Kurt's
tell you
character.
now, it's
Mm.
not gonna be me. My survival was doo-doo.
I'll roll it. Give me half a second.
My survival's not great either.
I
haven't
play an
seen-
artificer now, and I'm afraid of crit every time.
Oh, lovely. Never mind.
It's better than it could have been.
Yeah.
It's at least a semi-neutral roll.
Takes a couple extra hours to get down the mountain. By the time you get down, it's about nightfall, so you'll have to rest before you can leave.
Okay. It's fine.
So
Sleepy
then,
time then.
yeah, you guys can easily get your rest. I would like Percy, though, to roll me a D100.
Sure. Oh, I need to get out of the advanced dice roller.
Yeah, probably that would be smart.
Percy explodes in the middle of the night. Ours is dead.
9.
Ours might be dead.
I'll be fine. I'll proc
Ours, you feel a
offensive guard.
disturbance in the forest.
Oh. Can I check the general surroundings first? Or at the
Sure.
sense of the disturbance, can I check my surroundings?
Sure, you can check your surroundings.
Perception.
Yeah.
23.
You look around, there's nothing out of sight. It's just you have that tingle down the back of your non-existent spine.
Hmm.
Imagine having a non-existent spine.
It's
One-
quite convenient.
Yeah, it is. It's one less thing that can be broken by a man on roids.
Dang. That's extremely specific.
Do you not
He
get the
does have a point.
reference?
I do, but I also am like,
Okay.
it's extremely specific. Meh.
Hmm.
Spain.
Okay.
Oh,
But so, as you all wake up, there's nothing done to the rust bucket. You're all fine. You're all in one piece. No one's missing a toe or a kidney. Who would like to roll the travel check?
I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, you do it.
Survival, or is it just a d20?
It will be a d20. As a note, you are a day and a half, so you will arrive the next day at midday, basically.
Around
Gotcha.
noon-ish.
Yeah.
I should not have room.
It's better than what it could have been.
Don't use my own words against me. It's evil.
Okay. So as you guys are driving through, you find a broken down cart just lying on the side of the road that looks like it's set up as a stall.
Hmm.
Traveling merchant? Is he going to sell me a pufferfish in a bucket?
Drum bucket?
Perhaps some lime green dye?
I mean,
Should we
as
get
you
out
guys like
there?
drive by, you see this like older gentleman just reading a newspaper with a bowler cap.
We
Oh.
gotta stop.
Oh.
He's dapper as fuck.
He's dapper as fuck. He might have some packed ice.
Wait.
You guys
So-
pulling over?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's the worst that could happen? He pulls a shotgun?
Better be hollow point.
Noted.
I don't like that.
Noted. As like you guys stop and wander out, he just goes, huh.
What you out here for, old man?
Car broke down. Pedal my wares here. Might as well live here. Good route, good travel. Get business.
Fair enough. What you selling?
Just kind of like opens his hand, just waves it around as you see. You look around. Different odds and ends. It's like it looks like one of those they're like New York places that sell coffee and magazines.
A bodega?
Is that what they're called?
No, bodegas are like the corner stores, aren't they? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
I
the,
know what
the
you-
carts. Yeah.
I think they're literally just called like newspaper stands.
Yeah.
And so then, like as like you're looking around, you see like posters describing things, inventory, wanted posters.
Nani?
And you're gonna see your own face on there, Percy.
Ah, shit.
oh, probably, absolutely.
Not sure why I haven't done anything.
What
You know what you've done.
what kind of like items is he seeming to sell? Does he have a specialty? Or is it kind of just odds and ends?
I sell different odds, ends, bits, baubles. I've got ammo, magazines, different type of fish. Got some cat jerky.
No, you can't say that after I just pressed enter, Danny.
I also get like requisitioned updates for wanted posters. I can't turn anything in, but I can at least keep out the information. We also handle delivery.
Interesting.
We are
You cut off.
my company allows a very mandatory same day shipping policy to anyone in the continent.
Do we have anything we wish to send somewhere?
Don't look at me.
I don't
Wild
think so.
wild story. We had this crazy bitch mail herself to somebody.
How'd
Was
that
it
work out?
was it a twisted love story, or was this like someone searching for someone and your company found them same day?
The latter.
Okay.
Hey, Belle, you want us to mail you to your husband?
Yeah, you want to get in the box?
As long as they accept mail wherever they're going, we can get there. Like they're the city's in quarantine or something, like over in Gaigon. That's a different story.
Probably wouldn't work then. Can I just take a glance over at the wanted posters
Yeah,
and see if
same.
there's any faces or names I recognize? Or any particularly high bounties out?
You see a couple purse snatchers from different locations, a couple dine and dashers. No one really wanted for like higher crimes. It's all really small petty things.
I see.
You do see like ads for markets requesting like herbs and different minerals. You see this one dude who's like, "Yo, I want weird monster parts."
Y'all probably have quite a few of those.
I don't have anything like that.
As like
Well-
you look around, there's just like it's that one flyer stapled on itself time and time and time again.
Dude really wants his monster parts.
You know what?
That crazy fuck. That weirdo wants things that don't exist.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Like a liter of vampire blood. What the fuck's a vampire?
I don't know.
Good question.
Very sucky thing, I assume.
Or
It's a good thing we're
like,
not in the same actual room because I'd be kicking you under the table right now.
what?
Not you, Percy.
Oh, I got it.
For that horrible, horrible pun.
Joke's on you, I sit like L from Death Note in chairs.
I mean, I
That's
put my legs
dangerous.
crossed too, so that.
You
Yeah, so let's look through here as he like starts flipping through a book. Like here it is. 30 quill tips from a manticore. The left foot of a werewolf. Like, dude found a fantasy book and is like, yo, I want things.
Does he seem to have a source for these items, or is he just looking for people who already have them?
It's just a request asking for them to be brought and shipped.
Interesting. Where on the poster does it say he's located?
Actually, so the way it works is he. So the weird thing is he's paying us up front to host these. Like we have him on an account, we have all his payment funds. It's just the second somebody brings us something, we can pay out.
I see. I mean,
Might as well.
does ours have anything stupid in his backpack and all the adventuring we've had?
Well, let me check because I know we haven't been skinning anything.
No, but we've gotten little bits and bobs of monster parts here and there. I know Griff had some, but his backpack is not with us.
You know what, Danny? Can I check Tim's bag of holding?
Sure.
Does he have any monster party stuff in there?
No,
No.
Dang.
not really.
Uh,
He was mainly mechanical, not biological. Um. Oh, he also asked for like artifacts from weird wizarding words that I don't understand. Like you're free to look at the poster; it's over there on top.
I'll take a look at it. I mean, like shit. Might as well take it too.
Percy,
Yeah,
roll me Arcana.
sure. I'm okay at them.
You look at this list and you're like, wait a minute. Why does it look like stuff I've done to myself?
Hmm.
Uh, one thing that major stands out is a dragon spine and scales. Different types of large bat wings. Uh, the weird one that like stands out for you is he has multiple requests for this. A large red gemstone worth 500 or more.
Hmm. What kind of I'm gonna look back at the man. What kind of payment did he put down for that large gemstone?
Oh, the gemstone. Nah, one who's asking for like red rubies and such.
Yeah.
Looks like he's willing to pay quadruple market price.
Hmm. Hmm.
You got any rubies?
I'm just gonna look at the one I have in my bag. Yeah. So I have one of the things he's asking for. Do I just give it to you, or
What do you got?
I'm just gonna pull out the ruby?
Is it worth at least 500?
Yeah.
How much was it worth?
Hmm?
How much was it worth? I told you when you got it.
Yeah, 500.
Okay. As you watch as he goes into a register, and he pulls out a sack from the register, and he puts down a bag with 2,000 gold in it. We have a deal.
Yep.
Infinite register of holding? That's badass.
The second he has the gemstone in hand, he hands you the money. You watch as he chucks it behind him in a box, and it's gone.
Hmm.
Now, is there anything else I can help you, gentlemen? Core.
Uh,
Is there any... You said he has, like, just bits and bobs around. Is there anything that, like, stands out?
Stands out how?
Like, either seems like it has some sort of magical effect or just looks real strange?
Is there anything that would be on the level of dirt, water, and a 44 Magnum?
Yeah, pretty much.
Roll a perception check.
That works.
So looking around, something that stands out to you specifically is a very large gilded hammer.
Oh. It's a bit more than bits and bob.
It's just like it's hanging up on like a mantelpiece behind him. Something else you notice is there is a very heavily burnt Hawaiian shirt. And a very large, like, revolving pistol next to it.
Like the revolvers on a Lazy
It looks like a
Susan?
big gat.
Oh. Hmm.
What's the deal with that hammer?
What hammer?
I point to the one on the piece.
He looks where you're looking. Oh, that. I just showed up one day.
Just showed up.
Showed up?
It just showed up there.
How does that work?
It
So you
happens.
wouldn't mind it just being gone.
I mean, I'll still sell it for its value.
And how
Listen.
much have you put on it value wise?
It's just a hammer, like 50 gold.
Yeah, sure. I toss him 50 gold.
Okay, the second you take the hammer, like you're looking at it, you look back up. Where the hammer was is now a guitar. That has its strings cut.
It has its strings cut.
Yep.
Hmm. Interesting place you've got here.
Eh.
Real interesting.
Like you watch, like he's looking up at the guitar, kind of confused.
Does the stock only change after something is bought?
Really, the weird things just show up. I think it's partially to do with my boss, but
Who's your boss, if you don't mind me asking?
that's confidential information.
Come on, we're just passers-by. You'll probably never see us again. What's the harm?
So I don't have a name, but I know he's some big shot over in Thane
Hey,
Say.
or Thay.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be
where is they
rude
again?
and correct you.
On the east side of them. Yeah, east side of them.
They're really
That's
far
where-
east.
That's where the nuke went off, wasn't it?
I
Yes.
believe so.
Yeah, he lost a warehouse in that.
Ah. Interesting.
As like he's looking around, it's like, hey, you big man, you interested in anything?
Hmm.
Hmm?
Vendor's talking to
Like
you.
you interested in looking for anything?
Not in
Or what about you, little
particular.
miss?
I don't even know what there is.
There's everything, apparently.
I don't
We
even
have
know what-
posts, we have bits and ends, we have bounties and requests.
I have enough on my hands as it
It's
is.
It's hard for me to know what to even look for when I'm just like, they all sound interesting, but I don't know what would interest her.
If I may ask, that Hawaiian shirt. I assume you don't know the story behind why it's burnt like that. It just showed up.
It just showed up.
Strange. Who would
Hold,
give
It's
away a
burnt, and
thumbs
it
up?
looks like it's burnt and it's been slashed at.
can I look at that Hawaiian shirt, Dan?
He looks. He's like, "What are you gonna do to it?"
I know someone who has a thing for Hawaiian shirts. I want to see if it's one of his works.
Nope. Just use your eyes, not touching.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. I was literally asking, can I see it?
He just points up at it.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna look at it.
you have a friend who's really into Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah.
Sounds like a strange guy.
Yeah. Literally, first time he meets anyone he has an interest in, he will give them a Hawaiian shirt.
Hmm.
So,
So showing
that
his friendship.
sure. So, what kind of design is on that Hawaiian shirt, Danny?
A very familiar one.
Yeah.
It's
Is it Menon?
definitely the same pattern that Menon uses.
Hmm. Okay, but which patterns on it?
Isn't his typical just like a floral pattern?
No, what Steven did was he was doing I think like custom patterns depending on what character you would do.
Let's see.
You're looking at it?
Yeah.
Roll me perception check.
Doot. 18.
As you zoom in really close, you see written on the tag. You see 7L.
7L?
Uh huh.
Playing Battleship?
I'm sorry, no, it's L7.
Lucky 7. Oh boy.
I have a feeling you might want to pick that one up.
How much for the Hawaiian shirt?
Looks at you. Yeah, 10 gold.
How about a package deal where he gets that big gun too? Can always use a big gun. Yeah,
Wait, big gun?
the big gat is on the wall next to it.
Does the big gat look familiar to me as well, Danny?
Yeah.
Like, eerily familiar?
It's the big gat.
It
It's a
looks
one
like
of a
you've seen it
kind.
before.
Yeah. Hmm.
He looks at the gun and it's like, that's a mantelpiece.
Doesn't work, or
As like you watch as he takes it up, he flips it open, he shows that there's ammo in it, spins, puts it to his head and pulls the trigger, nothing happens.
bold. But I like it.
Doesn't fire. Like all the pins were removed or the hammer just doesn't spark anymore.
Hmm. Hmm. Alright. Here's the 10 gold for the shirt.
Alrighty. Okay, so then yeah. I mean, you took care of that, you got some money out of it. You have any other questions?
Am I good to take this flyer for that weird monster parts request?
Sure, but to do so, I will need you to fill out a form.
Sure. What kind of form?
He just puts it out. It's like a little compliancy form.
I'm gonna read it fully, fine print and everything, Danny.
Roll me a Arcana check.
What was this you were doing, Percy?
Natural
Oh,
20.
nice.
I wanted to take
As
the
like
flare for the monster parts.
you're
Ah.
looking at it, you see a flash of like just different spells building up around the paper. It's a compelling contract.
Compelling, you said?
Yep.
Like magically enchanted to compel?
To be exact, this is a scroll of Giaz.
I've never watched Code Geass.
It's not that.
It's not.
Okay,
Gios is a spell.
I heard Geass and yeah. Oh,
Huh.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Um.
But you would also see that the spell is directed at the signer, so it's a self Giaz scroll.
Oh, so basically, if I sign this, I'm forcibly compelling myself to carry it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Oh my God, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Before you do that, if I may, shopkeep, if I were to give you a a, a note, just a note, to be hung up, would it simply stay in your shop, or would it go to other shops owned by your boss as well?
That I don't know. It should stay here.
Okay. And if I were to have
Unless
it
it
be a
gets lost.
note, right? If I were to have it be a note looking for information, would I be able to get that information from you without having to come back here?
I mean, he points at the form. There is a line for a phone number.
Okay. It might not be a bad idea to set up a note or something looking for the two people we're looking for. See if anyone potentially has information that may pass by.
Yeah, that that work.
How much would it cost to have one of these notes put up?
He pushes forward another paper.
Is it the same contract?
It's the same contract.
Danny, I'll sign my paper.
You're gonna sign the paper
By my own order, I will sign the paper. I see what you
with your real
do.
name.
I'll I'll with my R's name.
Okay. As you sign it, it sinks into the counter. The second it's fully filled out, it just sinks in.
Uh-huh. So what now?
I'll feel free to take the bounty.
All right. And then for delivery, how does that work? Do I have to come back here or just any of the subsequent stores?
As he goes through, he pulls out a little booklet of papers. Oh, it's a little booklet that has maybe 5-10 papers in it with a little sigil. Draw a larger circle. Put this in the center, and then put the items in the circle.
Gotcha.
And then he looks at the weird tiefling.
Yeah. What were the... Okay, I know the... It was like a scroll of Gios. But
Yeah.
was it... What was the, like... God, my brain isn't working. The, like, caveat on that. What would it want me to be compelled to do?
Terms and conditions.
Oh, okay. And ours didn't find anything sketchy in the terms and conditions?
Yeah.
Alright.
At least he didn't see anything that stood out.
I'll sign it.
Before you go to sign, he goes, "Oh, wait." He hands you a pen.
Is it a different pen than ours signed with?
Just a ballpoint. Or no, it's like one of those fancy like glass quills.
I see. Why this specific pen? Quill? Writing utensil?
Yeah, just look, you didn't have a pen, so I handed you a pen.
Alright. Fuck it. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you see the pen. I'm assuming you're picking it up.
Yeah.
As you're looking, like, so where's the ink? As you feel something stab into your thumb.
Oh. I see.
As you
Why
see the
is,
quill begin to fill.
why is mine in blood?
Because I don't have blood.
I don't think I do either.
Were you a stage 2?
Imagine that
I'm
kind of
pretty
blood.
sure.
He looks. He's like, sorry, we just can't be certain with tieflings that often anymore.
Did you get betrayed by a tiefling in the first place?
Boss has been
Also,
burned by one too many.
I see. Also, not a tiefling. Long story. Doesn't matter. Okay. I guess I'll still sign.
The second you sign, you feel like the eyes are surrounding you.
Oh no.
All of this just to put up a little note.
Just a little note.
A little note about what?
Like, I don't know if I've experienced being scried before, or have known I've been scried on. But if I were to assume, would it feel like this is what being scried on feels like? If you were aware.
Probably.
Okay. Probably not the best thing, but
The second that you're done, he grabs the pen back and chucks it in the back. Well, it's
did
been
my
good doing business. You have your note?
yeah, I'll just... You got a piece of paper?
He puts out a blank piece of paper with an actual pen.
Okay, I'll just write a little note asking for any information on a hunched over creature with a seemingly carapace-like body structure, a scorpion-like tail, seemingly feral instincts, and then I'll give a brief description of Don's husband and any information on their whereabouts. And I'll give like a 1 gold reward for any tips that lead to them being found. To see
Okay.
if a commoner finds that, 1 gold is a lot more to them than us. Because 1 gold in D&D is a lot of fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The second you watch as he takes or picks up the paper, he looks at it, puts it back down, and slides it back to you.
What? What's wrong?
I mean, he puts it back face down, and slides it to you.
Okay. I pick up the paper.
Okay. You pick up the paper and see the creature was last seen heading towards
Holy shit! Instant.
the far forest.
The far forest. Oh, I see. Okay.
And the man has been secured in the plague rot land, or the
The huh?
plague rot.
Plague rot.
That is a specifically infectious land of or spread of plains and woods in Kagon.
Okay. Well, we have information. We're just in the wrong part of the world.
Or Sky, what languages do you read?
What languages do I read? I know Infernal, I know Common, and I know Abyssal. Does that lead to any extra information?
You want me to take a look at that paper for you?
Yeah, I mean, if you can read, being DM'd or something, he
Maybe
just
he's checking
died.
his notes. He's got what?
Oh.
Jess and Christian with him?
Sky, the second
Yeah.
you read that, it crumbles to dust.
Okay. All right.
And that
Okay.
feeling of you being watched is now growing stronger.
Well, we have information, but I do think I did make the wrong choice. I have yet to come to a proper conclusion on that, though. Well, knowing this, should we head to Kagon? Or while we're here, do we want to try and capture Teo?
I mean, the Farlands are right there.
Yeah, the Far Forest.
Yeah, the Far Forest.
Might as well try.
Well, so yeah, finish up our trip to Deep Maw, check that out, head to Far Forest, then double back to Kagon.
May as well. I mean, we're up here near one of the lakes, so it may potentially be possible to get a ride.
Remind me again, why do we have to go to Deep Maw?
Well, Deepma was originally where we thought Don's husband was.
Last known
Okay.
sighting was in Deep Maw, I
Yeah,
think.
last known sighting. And
Yeah.
now we have new information that he's in the plague rot.
Okay,
Was
so
that
there's
Teo? Or
little to no reason to
And
go
he's
to
in
the
where?
Deep
I'm
Maw
sorry,
then.
I didn't understand what you said.
Your husband, we got information from the
Mhm.
note that your husband was captured or contained in the plague rot land in Kagon.
So
Okay.
there's no reason to go to Deep Maw then.
No, not necessarily. It's
Well,
kind of just in between us
we
and
have
the forest.
Okay, but we have confirmation he's not there. He's in captivity in Kagon.
Yes.
There is no purpose for us to go to Deep Maw.
No.
Because I'll listen. All I'm saying is, we have to get to the far forest. You have to deal with your guy. the Deep Maw is an entrance to the Underdark.
Yeah, it's really
It's
not
gonna be a
something
lot.
to do.
It's gonna be a whole thing to do that.
Yeah,
So let's just
we can
ignore
just
Deep
go
Maw.
around.
'Cause
Or if there's a safe travel through of some sort.
there should be a pass, I think, to go over it.
Fucking T-Rex.
Maybe.
Either way.
Shopkeep, do you know if there's a safe passage through this deep maw towards the forest?
It depends how much you're willing to pay.
A gold.
Info's worth more than a gold.
2 gold.
Two
2
and one
gold in this
copper.
fancy ring.
Is it plastic?
Yeah, probably. It's a signet ring.
I was about to say it's the remains of a ring pop.
So, out
One
of the
of
back
those-
of the cart, you watch as another piece of paper falls on the desk. And he picks up and reads, the boss is willing to offer you a safe passage for 500 gold.
Jesus.
Safe passage to where?
Safe passage through Demon.
To the other side of
if-
Demo.
Does is there a time estimate for how quickly we'd be able to get past Demon?
Instant.
Instant.
Okay, and if we were to go around, how long do you think that would take?
10 days.
Instant. Sounds better.
I think we should probably just take the instant. 10 days is a lot of time for both of these people to move or be killed.
Yes. I've got 200 gold pieces.
I have 350.
Someone was just paid
I
2K.
have 5,000.
Fair enough.
Or here with eyes goggled on big, like, really?
Man, why does it feel like I'm back in my COD days? Who has enough points to buy door?
Yeah, pretty much.
How much is it costing?
500.
500 gold.
Sure. Okay. $500 gold.
When the second that you pay,
Mm-hmm.
he reaches out and grabs your wrist and flips your hand over. As like the shopkeep's just like looking at your arm.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls out a
Sorry,
he pulls out another, or he pulls like a little paper, and it circles a spot in the Highland Forest.
Highland Forest?
Where?
On the map
The
here.
high, the
Oh,
high
the High
forest.
Forest.
Or High Forest, yeah.
Okay, where is he circling?
Putting a notice here for right there.
Okay.
As he lets go, hands you a note, and then closes the shop curtain.
Okay.
The shopkeep, did he look human?
I
Obviously,
will.
it's hard to tell between like Oros and not.
He
but-
looked human, but he had some weird features.
like just over exaggerated or like a crossbreed.
Results of shapeshifting, maybe?
Roll an insight.
I think I'm good at those. I am. I'm not, actually.
I'm good at those. I'm not.
You
Yeah,
know
sure.
what
He looked off.
I would like to point out this tech? Never say you're good at a roll. Just say you're okay or you're bad at them.
Yeah, but it... I can't just expect a nat 1. I tried. What was on that note he gave you?
Boone.
Hmm. What? Sorry.
What was on that note he gave you?
I didn't hit enter. Fuck.
The
Oh,
location.
a location for what? Is that where we are about to be transported to?
That's yeah. I would believe so.
Alright. Suppose
That's
that
where
works.
that is where I'm getting transported. Danny. Sorry, I am out of it a bit.
That's what it leads to.
Oh, so the thing he showed me isn't for Sundroth's thing.
No.
Oh, okay. Is that where we're getting sent, or is that?
Nope. He just gave you that knowledge for free.
Oh, okay. The location, it's doesn't have to do with your thing, but it is a place I would like to visit.
I assume it has some sort of connection to your past or your people?
Mm-hmm. Of
Fair
course.
enough. It shouldn't be too far of a detour.
There's a body of water nearby, anyways. So
Yeah.
So what's our pathing gonna look like?
I don't know. Apparently we're gonna be instantly transported, but we're still here.
we're in Orient,
So
right?
As you guys
we're
are
like
talking, you
outside
begin
of
to
it.
hear the ground shake. As in front of you, these large stone begin to arise from the dirt.
Stone what?
Let's go. Try to think of the correct word for this. Trellis?
I don't know what that
Like an
is.
arching stone gate.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
As you watch as it forms from the ground in front of you, and in beside, or as it like fully forms, you see a forest on the other side of the gate.
Is it big enough to fit the car through?
It is.
I don't know who the fuck this dude's boss is, but he's got some fucking dope shit. Uh, he can just summon portals to places.
Hmm.
I hope he's friendly.
I guess we get in the car and go through.
Yep.
Beep beep.
Fuck it. Beep beep.
Beep beep.
Okay, as you guys drive through, you find yourself all the way. Who was I using as a token?
I
Me.
think Sundero.
Oh, okay. So you guys find yourself over here,
Ah.
Okay.
just on the very edge of the forest.
The information on that note just said that he was last seen heading in the direction of the far forest, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just at a quick glance while we are, like, coming through the portal, taking in the forest, is there any signs that of, like, scratch marks on trees, broken trees, anything that may give a direction?
You can roll a perception check on that one.
See, I didn't say I was good at that one. and it gave me a 19. So maybe there is some thought to that.
See? Told you.
As you're looking around, your head instantly snaps in a direction as you pick up on that energy that you know he produces.
Close, far,
Close.
within a mile.
Definitely within.
He's real close.
Hmm.
Does it feel like walking distance, or should we still take the car?
Definitely feels like it could be within walking.
Y'all ready to go?
I'm good to go. Hold up, I got a
Yeah.
clanker in chat. Fuck out of here.
Roger, Roger.
All right, sorry.
I am stepping out of the car.
It feels like you're being drawn like a magnet.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start, like, not sprinting, but quickly heading in that direction.
I guess I'll follow behind him. Making sure I remember where we're parked. Would hate to get lost.
Yeah, do they have any of those tickets that you take that tells you what floor of the parking garage you parked on?
No, I drew lines in the ground to mark this as our parking space.
Just dragging your switch axe through the mud.
Yep. See, this is the trick. Whenever you go to the grocery store or something, just make your own parking space. Bring your own chalk. Don't actually. That feels illegal.
I don't think it would be illegal. It would just be like,
Unethical.
yeah.
Show me in the
Okay.
law where I can't make my own parking spot in the Walmart.
So, I would like you to roll a survival check at advantage.
14.
14.
Yeah.
And everyone's following him, correct?
I am.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Moon, I'm assuming you're following as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as you guys all follow, you eventually find yourselves in front of a large cave. That you hear like whistling coming out of.
The energy I'm getting from him, does it feel stronger or weaker than when we fought him last?
It feels weaker.
Okay. That's to be expected after blowing up a mountain. Into the cave then?
Into the cave, I guess.
Guess so.
Keep your eyes up. He could very well be on the ceiling.
Hmm.
Head on a swivel.
Okay. So, and how are you guys entering? You're walking in stealthy, or you're just gonna walk in?
I'm willing to walk in stealthy.
Yeah, stealthy sounds good.
It's worth a try. Well,
Hmm.
well,
Hi.
Damn, Sky, we sure got shown.
we're getting mogged by someone in plate.
Not plate, it's chain.
It's still heavy armor debuff.
I know. I showed up all y'all.
Just hope he's not particularly perceptive today.
Literally put a bell on her, and yet she still disappears.
As you guys are walking in the cave, it gets very silent very fast as the air starts to get still. As you get to the back of the cave, you see this humanoid man chained to the wall, multiple spikes in his arms just pinning him in. That he's literally just crucified to this wall.
Scanning around the room, is there any other like signs of
Nothing. You don't
life?
feel
It's just
anything.
empty.
Is it enough greed?
Is he
His
awake?
bond.
Is he conscious? Is he alive?
As you just hear some like clicking. It's like the only thing that's. So by the way, he looks way smaller than you remember him,
Hmm.
and he has human legs.
Interesting.
Uh, Looking over him, you barely don't recognize him except for the like tattered poncho he's wearing.
Right, and the like signature he's giving off that energy.
Yeah, and these like really baggy, kind of like sad pants.
Mhm. I'll I'll kind of just step out. I'll break stealth and kind of just slowly kind of walk towards him.
Danny,
Hi.
could I double check the room with my full senses?
Sure.
I'm talking both sets of eyes on and everything too. I want to
There's
specifically
nothing
check.
in the room.
What about the chains?
The chains are enchanted to hold him in place.
Mm,
Tail bud. Hey, you
It's
you
like you're the click click click.
you doing okay there, bud?
As you get close, I need you to roll me a perception check.
13.
You realize that that click 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 isn't like his normal clicking.
Mhm.
It's teeth opening and closing fast.
Does he look like he's shivering?
I apologize. I'll be right back.
Is he freezing cold? Does he have like any physical reaction to me approaching, or just the teeth clicking?
Sky.
Ah, I see.
Like the more you look at him, the more human he looks compared to how the more
Right. Yeah, the more monster he was before.
yeah.
Looks like you've been through quite a few changes. It's probably a lot to take in. I don't know how you ended up like this. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here as a friend.
You hear a very very weak and faint. Uh, uh,
Okay. I'm gonna go up to him and hit him with a superior healing syringe.
I mean, you hit him. He like you can see any wounds he had physically get better,
Mhm.
but he's still fatigued.
Right. Yeah.
Roll a medicine
Uh.
check.
Okay. 6.
6. There's nothing physically wrong other than exhaustion.
Right. I'll try and I'll remove one of the cuffs if I can.
Uh, roll me. Anyone can do this. Roll me perception check.
Ooh. Okay, that didn't go through. Good.
So, Dawn,
Yay.
23.
due to your more blacksmith nature,
Mm-hmm.
you come up and look at the cuffs he's in, along with the leg restraints.
Yep.
Those have no seams to.
Ugh.
Those are completely metal bound tight to the skin. Like whoever
Yeah.
forged that around his arm.
That would be painful.
Who did this to you?
You can just kind of hear him like grumble a little. As like you watches as he lifts up his head and looks at you. Sky, you specifically see bright yellow eyes.
Okay.
Like normal human eyes.
You're free of the curse. How? That's to figure out later.
Hey, Danny.
Can if the shackles can't come off, can I break them off from the wall?
What's up, Percy?
While they're all doing this, could I cast Detect Thoughts on him?
I mean, you can. I also just remember you had your eyes active,
Yeah.
Percy.
Yep.
Looking at him, you almost barely cannot see him.
Like,
Like for your vision, it looks like those chains are just being held up in place.
oh, he's almost invisible. Does it look like his aura's being drained?
It looks like he has. It looks like he doesn't have any in there to begin with.
Oh, what the hell happened?
Like you can see the physical outline for his form just faint. It's like you can tell there's a cloud there, but you can't see.
Oh.
Have you said any of this out loud, Percy? Like what you're seeing?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have had a
Have
reaction.
Have any of you heard of a creature becoming human again? Being de-orosed?
Uh,
I don't even really know what Oros is.
Yeah, yeah.
Percy, you can tell you don't think he's not an Oros anymore.
It's been mentioned. I'm not
Definitely
exactly
looking at it,
versed, but
it looks like he's just really drained of aura. Like there's barely nothing there to sustain him.
mm,
Like a solid burst, and he'd be gone.
mm,
Is there a way I could, like, put my hand on him and just kind of let my aura flow into him?
give him a
Is that
transfusion.
possible? Yeah, just kind of
I mean,
put some of...
technically, you could.
Right. I assume it would affect my form in some way, or me in some way.
It would depend on how much you give him.
Uh, so about the detect thoughts, Danny, would that go off or no?
That could go off if you wanted to.
Okay, what kind of surface thoughts am I getting from him?
It's just complete static.
You're gonna have to dig.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try digging. So is that a wisdom save?
I'm gonna have you roll. Yeah, wisdom save.
Target must make the wisdom save.
No, you are gonna make a wisdom save
Oh, I'm making the
Ooh.
wisdom save?
without your bonuses. Without your
Just
aura bonus, at least.
So -4.
Minus
Or is
5
your
then.
5?
So
Still
15?
15.
15. As you peek into his mind, you begin to see flashes of like scenes of the creature you remember fighting. You see like flashes of like being in a some kind of container, watching people look at you and just walk around. You see flashes of being strapped to tables and having different compounds and stuff injected to you. You specifically remember a single event where you were chained, strapped, and had multiple marble-sized objects funneled into your mouth and into your stomach,
Oh,
followed by
oh.
the final like memory of seeing a man with twisted, brilliant yet like radioactive yellow eyes reach forward and tear your head off.
Ew.
The yellow eyes as a alerts me as a player now. I think I understand it, but Sundro has 0 knowledge, so I can't put it to use.
You specifically see like instances of being in an arena and attacking Sundro.
Oh. Oh,
Like
see.
you see like bits and pieces of savagery being forced to attack things and being experimented on, basically.
You're all just gonna hear ours go, oh, you poor, poor, poor man.
Yeah. He, I got off easy.
Death would have been a mercy.
Guy,
Yeah.
if he goes over any of that, you don't remember it.
Like, I don't remember the experimentation stuff or the fighting.
You remember like spars, but they were peaceful. You don't remember any like experimental fighting.
Alright, alright. Um, he's not in a good condition. Sundro, try a transfusion. While you're doing that, keeping him hopefully stable. Muscle Man, you and I are gonna try and get him off the wall and out of here.
You can't say Muscle Man. Now I think Muscle Man's in the party.
Oh no, bro.
Oh no, bro. You know who else is chained to a wall?
My mom.
mom.
I regret nothing.
Percy,
Anyway,
Yes?
the second that Sun starts feeding some aura into him, you start to get flashes of remembering. Like you get images of a son, friend, mentor, and then you see flashes of a corpse pile.
Mm,
You, Percy, I'm just gonna message you.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? You remember that one fun scene from right before low rank ends?
Yeah?
Corpse pile, Percy.
Corpse pile?
Corpse pile.
Corpse pile.
You catch what I'm putting down?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna feed as much energy into him as I can, but not enough that I will start to lose form.
we're trying to. So he's passed out and we're trying to wake him up. Is that the idea?
He
No.
Percy?
he's
Yes?
conscious, but he's barely there.
Ah,
His
yes.
aura signature is like nothing.
Percy?
Mm,
And he's chained up, correct?
Yeah, the chains or the shackles that are on him are like on his skin, Um, but we should be able to at least get him off of the wall.
Okay, are the shackles just standard ass shackles?
No,
Then he was saying they're
No.
magic.
no, there's some kind of aura
Yes,
forge.
and they're also like fused shut, so they
Yeah,
can't be taken off.
we'll just have to break
I
him
mean,
off
I'm
the
pretty
wall.
sure I could probably work on getting them unfused, but that would take a bit.
Percy, that's not what the spell does.
He regenerates pretty well, doesn't he?
Oh,
We don't know. Not who knows right now.
okay. That kind of got lost a little in translation, but now I get it, Danny.
Percy,
Yes.
it's getting worse.
That's why I was asking. Could I try to suppress it?
No. Every second that sun was in contact, it was growing more and more. It's not stopped since.
Oh, okay. I'm detecting that from the
Yeah.
thoughts. Okay, now I'm picking it up. Hmm.
How far up the arms are the shackles? Or are they just on the wrists?
He has one on the wrist, one on the under and upper part of the elbow, and then one at the shoulder.
How's his
Yeah, that tourniquet won't stop that. Never mind.
how's his form looking to me specifically?
Rigid.
Rigid?
The second it has definition now, so you can see him, but you can tell he is whole. It's like completely like locked up.
Can I like investigate the chains tied closer? Like the
Sure.
shackles?
Sandro, you should be good to stop feeding him.
What do you want?
Okay.
Me to roll, Danny?
Roll a. I mean, you have Tinker Tools, right?
I have Smith's tools.
Use your Smith Tools.
Okay. What um attribute?
The Smith tool should be something you just are able to roll.
Oh, for me it's queried.
Yeah.
Oh.
Int probably.
It's probably the best.
Okay. Oh,
Double nat
Wow.
20.
okay.
Jesus.
Whoa!
Double by the way.
Green Day. All green dice, all green results.
We're in
The
March.
second you look at these,
Mm-hmm.
you realize these are forged out of rods of removable rods.
What?
The 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 restraints that are on him
Mm-hmm.
looks like somebody forcibly like they forged immovable rods into these shackles and placed them on him, and then added additional glyphs and runes to them.
That that that, that that doesn't make sense.
Someone essentially wrote the magic for an immovable rod onto the chains and then enhanced it upon that before locking them on.
That's diabolical.
Okay, so is this even a thing I can possibly alter?
Possibly, but looking at it with the natural 20s, you tell these are not just physical restraints. There's definitely some kind of, you can't read the exact magic for it, but there's something, it's suppressive in nature.
Okay. Well, there's not much I can do. Whoever made these is far beyond what I can do currently. Anybody have any ideas?
Presumably if they're made of immovable rods, just breaking rock around the chain won't
It wouldn't
matter.
matter. They would stay in place.
Yeah. As you guys are like investigating further, you are able to see that the one around his waist is starting to crack a little.
Crack?
Yeah.
Can we tell from what? Is it like just
Stress.
is he trying to break out of them? Or is he still like kind of just limp?
With the natural 20s, I will tell you this now, Un.
Hmm.
Whatever the suppression factor is
Mm-hmm.
on that middle segment is under so much pressure, it's almost destroyed the restraint.
Okay. Um. So like the extra fuckery, that's in like runes, right?
Yep.
Are they runes I can read, or are they different runes?
With the natural 20, I'll give the fact you can read.
Okay. Would it be possible to make something that can that can negate the effects of those runes?
Potentially. Um, with the natural 20, it does look like if you were to uh, carve over one specific line, it would disable them.
Can I do that then? Would you like me to roll again? What do you want?
Yeah, let's roll another Smith Tools just for that one.
Okay.
Quadruple nat 20.
Don't put that evil out there.
Still a 23.
Yeah.
I love having expertise in smith tools.
You don't get to use them often, but
This is literally the first time I've used them.
yeah. But when you do, you're damn good at it.
As like you look at it, you find the exact line that it's weird because the cracks are trying to build towards that line. So if you do the indent here,
Mm-hmm.
it will actually like break you completely.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna do it
Danny,
Hi.
could I make an insight check
Sure.
on specifically the last message you sent me?
then.
Insight
That's
checking the
that's
DM.
that's that's
Insight
that's not how
checking the
that
DM.
fucking works. You cannot insight check things outside of the campaign.
No, this is related to the campaign.
I don't care if it's
It's
related. Is it something in your head speaking to you, or is it
it,
Daniel
it
Deal
was
speaking
from
to you?
the
This is from the effects of
detect
detect
thoughts.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 10.
Yeah, 10.
Have you ever seen a heroin addict in a place with no heroin?
No.
Oh,
He's having
oh
withdrawals.
fuck. Okay. Um, fair warning. He's feeling very hungry for
I'm
aura,
gonna
Mm,
I'm assuming.
Sandro, if your brother bites me, I'm breaking his jaw.
He won't bite you. He's either going to target Sundro or me.
I'm standing right in front of him.
Well, no, I mean I would be because
I
I'm actively etching the
right, but
runes.
I'm like right there next to you too.
Okay, you have 300-pound, 7-foot tall
Yeah.
ball of muscle in between you and him,
Yeah.
and
I'm not directly in front
I
of
have
him.
actively grappled this man successfully before. He escaped only through BS.
Yes, but if he's hunting for aura, I can I can
But
feed him.
here's also the thing: as I'm gathering, his ability to morph himself comes from his aura. If he's out of it, he cannot morph.
Right.
So therefore, he can't bullshit his way out of these hands this time.
My point is just be on guard.
Does it seem like the suppressive nature of the shackles are suppressing his monstrous form?
You don't know?
Danny,
Hi.
before I carve this line, uh, would I be able to quickly create like a small rune that would suppress his like morphing ability based off of what I'm seeing from these runes?
Oh,
I don't see why not. With the natural 20 you have, you should be able to
Okay, Smiths again.
recreate the script.
Smith tools again.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's like the first or second time I've ever heard your voice crack.
hmm
18.
It's a rare one.
18. So then, yes, you are able to. You pull out like a little piece of metal. I'm assuming you just
Yeah,
carve it in.
I just have I have a small rune that I'm just gonna carve on the, like I have a small rune stone I'm gonna carve it into.
Okay.
I'm a rune crafter. It's what I do. Um, and then, I forget? Does this guy have a tail?
He
He
had
did.
multiple.
Does he currently?
No.
What is his current form? Is he just a normal ass dude?
It's like
It's a
humanoid.
normal ass dude with a torn up poncho. His face is like wrapped up except for his
No,
eyes.
no extra extremities.
No extra extremities.
Okay.
But he
Uh,
does have those shackles around basically his ankles, right, one above and below his knee, one along his waist, one on each of like the shoulders, then again above the elbow and the above and below the elbow, and on the wrist of both arms.
Just completely locked down.
And then
yeah.
also the fact that he has multiple things nailing him to the wall.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna take this rune. I'm gonna attach it so it is, because it would need contact to suppress it. But I will attach it to him, and then I will remove the rest of the bonds.
Just the damage one, or
I mean, I would do all of them, but I guess it would start with the damaged one.
okay, because so yeah, you're gonna just like alter the bond on the joints. Is that your
Yeah.
plan?
Yes. Actually, so the one that's broken is one on his waist, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna start with his like ankles and just see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna disable the runes on his ankles.
Okay. As you break the ward on the ones on his ankles, you
Mm-hmm.
watch as his feet instantly begin to be able to move.
Okay. So one around his like throat, like around his neck.
There is one now because there should be one.
Oh, okay. Well, once I get his feet done,
Well,
I'll
actually,
go
it's the
there next
poncho
so we
one,
can
so you really
speak.
can't see
Can I
around his
check?
neck. Yeah, he has one around his neck.
Okay.
Um, which at that point you do confirm he does have a human jaw,
Okay.
unlike what Sandro described.
Okay. I'm gonna get his ankles out, confirm that he can now that it was also suppressing his movement.
Yeah.
And
The
I'm gonna
second
go.
you do though, you do watch as like the nails on the feet begin to get pointed.
And I see the rune is active as well, like actively doing things that I
Like
made.
you, the second that like the strain on his feet are removed,
Mm-hmm.
just the nails on the toes begin to get more curved. The feet begin to like grow a little more armor plating.
Okay. So the rune I made isn't doing anything so far, but whatever, we'll see. I'll
It
guess at because he's conscious, correct?
he is not,
He's
or
not. I thought he was.
he's lucid.
So if I were to speak to him, he wouldn't be able to understand. He wouldn't be able to recognize.
Potentially, Percy, you can still hear his thoughts.
Is it just a clusterfuck in there?
You gotta start telling your friends what you hear, Percy.
Oh, I've been talking to Sandro about it.
Yeah, maybe that. Were you messaging him about it, or were you actually telling people?
Messaging
I
him
haven't
about it.
heard anything.
Cool. Maybe
He
talk to your party.
I'm about to start banning anybody using DMs during this.
he was specifically like coming up to Sandro and whispering in his ear.
Yeah. Like, you
Okay.
guys were focused on what you were doing, so I was talking to Sandro specifically about this to try and get a bit more insight.
Either way, Crab was gonna go. I guess it's a clusterfuck in there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it is horrific. I fear that if we release this man, he is going to try and gut Sandro like a fish.
Ah,
I guess it's his call then.
Like, I'm talking, this man has a memory of a corpse pile of just nothing but Sandro.
Once again, it's his target. Your
Can I
choice.
can I try and rack my memory for anything that relates to
There's nothing.
not even like a feeling of something that may have been there that's been lost? It's just
Nope.
nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
It will be fine. Do it.
Okay. If things go south, I'm killing him. Sky.
I know. I would like to avoid that at all costs, but
I would too, but I'm not risking the others for this. He's proved dangerous before. And you said it yourself. He's too far gone. He's too far gone.
yeah. Sandra
Well,
just like looks really like lost. Like he doesn't know what he should be feeling or how. Like, cause none of it makes any sense to him.
mm-hmm.
He's being told about memories he doesn't remember, yet is so vivid for someone he was so close with.
Okay, so which one are you undoing next?
I'll go for the throat one. See what
Front
happens.
one.
Was there
So
any immediate change after the first one?
After the ankles, he started morphing a little bit.
Ah,
Like he regained movement in his his shins down effectively.
once you move the ankles, it was basically his shins down. The plating started to grow back a little bit, and his his toes begin to curve, and nails start to grow out a little more.
I see.
Like if you look at that, that definitely looks more along the lines of the legs you remember.
Right.
And I'm assuming this is after a set of shackles were removed.
Yeah.
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 How's
His
his
ankle.
form looking in my eyes?
The legs look more solid.
Okay.
We're not your enemies, too.
Okay, so what happens when I take the one off his and I disable the one on his neck?
Looking at the one on his neck, you're removing that one as you just begin to hear like this low, like his voice is there, but it's kind of like a scream. As you begin to watch as his chin begins to split down the center,
oh,
and he begins to get more of the mandible looking effects that he used to have. You watch as those yellow eyes start to become more insectoid. And just the teeth begin to become pointed.
Is he vocalizing at all, other than just like the like scream like thing you mentioned?
It's just
Any
like it's like as the shifts are taking are coming through.
right? Keep going, I guess.
Start with the left arm.
Left arm,
Mhm.
which part?
Um, upper elbow, I guess, like upper arm.
Upper arm. Okay. So the second that you undo the first position, that's when you. Okay, you're only disabling the suppression, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you do, you watch as like you can definitely hear as the ring begins to like creak under pressure. It cracks a little, but it doesn't break.
Mm-hmm. Should I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I start to feel any sort of gravity manipulation coming from him as he starts to like retransform, I'll try and counteract it. Try and just neutral it out.
Okay.
Continue up his arm then.
Okay. So you get the next one. As you watch as they both begin to creak again.
Okay.
So you're doing the wrist.
Yep.
The second that you get that wrist, you watch as some of his fingers begin to like morph back into each other, so he only has like 3 fingers.
Okay.
As you watch as the plating begins to reform as those bonds are completely absorbed.
Lovely.
You do, and the second that arm is free, you do begin to feel slight gravity. Sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna counteract it so we're neutral. At least while he is weaker than I am. Because I think once he's fully released, he has better control than I.
So just to confirm, you're only doing the restraints, not the nails, right?
Yes.
Okay. At one point, though, you
Why?
do see like the fingers begin to like bend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're trying to bend backwards, but they can't. Like the bones are getting in the way now.
Okay. Looks like he isn't gonna make this easy.
It's okay, Teo. We're not here to hurt you.
Were you expecting it to be easy?
No. I'll start on the other arm.
I don't like that.
Mm.
I really don't like that.
The second that he starts, that you move away from the first arm,
Mm-hmm.
the fingers begin to bend and twist as one of them shoots towards Percy.
Like it's extending.
Yeah, like the 3 of them kind of bend into one singular joint, and then it rushes towards Percy.
Is Percy aware right now, or is he in the fucking
He's
shitscape
still
of?
in his mind.
He is aware.
Okay,
I'm aware.
that's his problem then.
Percy, roll me a dex save.
Yeah, sure. Can I get a response to the thing I sent you? 14.
Sure, that would be easy enough. As you are watching, though, you aren't ready for when this thing like jolts off at like the speed of a bullet, and it pierces you dead, like dead center.
Mm.
As it gets to the side, the fingers then spread out and wrap around your waist, as it begins to drain you.
You
I'm
know,
gonna
I'm
try
I'm
and pull it off
glad
of
I.
Iris.
But water, I need you to move. I'm glad I messaged you about that, cause that's what they're absorbing now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
After like 5 seconds, the line just starts to disintegrate back towards the hand, as it reverts back to just having like the couple fingers that are melting.
Gonna start on the other arm.
Okay, after that, you're continuing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are you starting?
No one, like, same place I started on the other arm. I have been given no word to stop, so there's no reason for me to stop.
Sandra's just still kind of lost, but
Well,
he's not like
you better figure it out
I.
because
I am. I'm keep
this
keep.
isn't my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, where you're starting on that upper shoulder again?
Yep.
Okay, same deal. You second you pop that one, you watch as like the shoulder begins to like bulge and it starts like bending that metal again. This time
Mhm.
it's actively like pushing against the metal.
Okay. Keep going. Elbow.
Upper elbow,
Yep.
you get not much of a reaction from that one.
Other next wrist.
You mean lower elbow?
Sure.
Okay. At that point, that's when you see like the elbow burst begins to like bend and morph as well.
Lovely. Continuing.
Continuing. Okay.
How's his form looking?
Solid. You can literally see like the aura beginning to swerve and try to put itself back in its original form.
I'm going to
Iris.
announce yes.
Sorry, you can continue.
Oh, I was about to say, with each shackle you're undoing, it looks like his aura's starting to return and reshift him
That is the
back into
point.
form.
Uh, Iris, are you still reading his thoughts?
No, spell
The spell
ended.
is ended at this point.
Yeah,
You can recast it.
I could. Could I use a point to change the duration
I give you 5 minutes on it.
per point?
Max. You need to give me 3 points.
3 points for 5 minutes?
Yep.
Ooh. You know what? That's worth. I'll recast with 3 points for 5 minutes.
Okay. Roll me that wisdom save again, Percy.
Same minus modifier.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. As like you're thinking in, you dig deep.
Hmm?
Yeah, it just went really quiet.
I'm assuming he's DMing Percy.
Dang.
Hmm.
Percy, that is what you get with a natural 20.
What does it
You,
look like in there, Barnes?
the lights are on, but nobody is home. It is just instinct and memory. And I think the current instinct right now is kill to survive.
There's
Is this
no,
a bad time to leave the room?
there's
Really?
nothing, none of him left.
It is wild beast.
Percy, that's the best way to describe it.
Has his um chest reformed to the monstrous state, or is it still humanoid?
It's beginning to shift back. Now that all the upper portion has been disabled for the suppression, it's starting to like bulge out, but the restraints are holding it still. Also, between the two rods of the two nails in his actual chest around his lungs, that's holding him back a lot.
Sandro kind of mutters something under his breath and then pulls out his sword.
Oh, I'm sorry, dearie.
Sorry. He he'll just walk up and stab him right through the chest.
As you stab him, you watch as the insectoid eyes just begin to shift back as they're the bright yellow. Percy,
Yes.
you recognize that yellow.
Is it the same yellow from the memories?
It is. But you've personally seen people with with those yellow eyes. That
Is it
that bright radioactive yellow.
is it hazard yellow?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
it's
what I was
hazard
thinking earlier, but
yellow.
Sandra doesn't have knowledge of the hazard.
Hazard, you psychotic motherfucker.
Percy,
Yes.
as he was stabbed, you're still listening into his head. As like you're staring, you see like imageries of Sandro standing next to him, just looking sad at a test tube.
Like Sundro's the one looking sad?
Yeah, Percy.
Yes. Oh.
Care to share?
Percy, who gave you guys the job?
The queen, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh.
Sandro just kind of pulls his Teo's head into his chest and will pull the sword out.
The second you pull the sword out, the link goes. Percy, as you watch the memories begin to fade, as due to the corrosive nature of the aura you put into him, he begins to dissolve.
Hmm. This is a make or break moment, isn't it, Danny?
I mean, you could try something.
Hmm.
It depends of how much you want to risk here.
Sundro,
There's no response.
Sundro, I'm going to do something. If this goes wrong, I will take full responsibility for it. But in the event that this goes correctly, we may get some answers.
Still nothing.
Ours is just gonna do a reverse cross motion and cast Revivify. Praise be unto the unholy.
The awkward silence is not helping anything.
I feel like Danny was not expecting
I wasn't.
Percy just casually whipping out band magic.
Where do you get the diamond?
Uh, I'm an aura caster, so I thought near the beginning of the campaign you asked me if I wanted to be an aura weave caster.
You still need the fucking diamond.
Hang on. Let
Am I Amazoning you a diamond?
I mean, I have the money for it, but I also thought for spell casting as paladin, you use your holy symbol to make up for material components.
Not entirely.
Not entirely.
Yeah, certain
That would Percy.
materials.
That would mean you could cast Revivify for free.
Yeah, it's like if
It
you
covers
need
components that
like
don't cost gold.
yeah, it's like bat
Ah,
shit
okay,
and feathers.
Yeah.
okay. I didn't quite understand the substitution. But
Percy,
yeah,
I'll give it to you.
300 gold.
I'll give it to you for 300 gold.
Yeah, sure.
Percy,
Yeah.
as you watch as the case stops, as you see the eyes begin to glow bright yellow, as his form begins to crack, as sudden you begin to just feel the gravity energy begin to pour out of him in waves. This is something you cannot contain.
Yeah.
As you watch as those eyes begin to burn until they start becoming black. As in one solid movement, the entire physical form bursts in a minor explosion that doesn't do any damage, but is completely gone.
Oh,
Mm.
that's concerning.
How's the aura around the area look, Danny?
Tainted.
Oh, good job.
Are there still signs of him within said taint?
As the taint begins to spread further and further, you can see in the center there's a black core.
I'll reach. Now, is the core physically there, or is it something I'm seeing through aura vision?
You're seeing it through the aura vision. Luckily, however those restraints were made, they are still holding the core into place between the nails that were embedded into the wall. As you can just slowly see a core that's cracking and reforming faster than it can Like the cracks appear, it reforms, it cracks again, even worse. And it's just in a constant cycle.
I was about to ask something, but I feel like you're about to tell me it's a crystal motion, not a manipulator.
Hmm.
Could I try to make a shell to act as a sort of container to help with reforming?
That's a manipulator.
Oh, okay.
Percy, remember, manipulators handle outside energy. Crystals manipulate inside energy.
Okay. Okay
So I
then.
mean, you're trying to create a shell over the shell.
Yeah, to try and help. I'm trying to create a sort of cast so that it can heal enough for natural business to take over.
Percy, you continually reform it. It doesn't matter how many shells you put on top of it. That inside base one just keeps the cycle going and going. It's like a fatal chain reaction that's just waiting to detonate. Constant state of decay and regeneration.
Would it be
It's not safe to
possible?
stay.
Would it be possible to remove the decay?
No. I'm sorry, Percy. Is it possible to unsplit an atom?
No, I was more so thinking because I was the one who put the decay in, could I take it back?
Oh, Percy, the decay is not what caused this.
Mm.
So you tell me how to physically unsplit the atom you just cut, and we can go from there.
That's a statement.
As I have given you multiple warnings about what you just did and not to do it.
That is true.
Okay, okay.
Sky,
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
He's
I
okay.
was willing to let him go to sleep, but I guess Percy wanted to make him into a husk so he could suffer continuously.
No,
Yeah,
no,
your
that
brother's
was
No,
not
not
that
the
yes.
old.
goal.
Well, that's what you achieved.
Wait, a husk implying it's an undead now, right?
It is higher CR than you, Percy.
The
So
only
there
other.
there is a physical core, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of, is it on the ground? Well, you said it was still like contained by the chains, but is it like
The
just kind of sitting there on
the
the
restraints
ground?
he had, or the nails that were embedding him in place,
Mhm.
kind of acted like a containment, so it's stuck in between the center of them.
Could
You
you
can remove it if you want.
could you please re-describe to me what the decay and regeneration is looking like inside the core?
It's just this constant state of the yellow energy trying to burn its way out, and the core with this black energy cycling back over, healing and breaking.
Okay, so is the yellow the thing that's trying to heal it, or is that the one causing the
I
damage?
guess the yellow is trying to heal it while the black is trying to break it.
Would it be possible to move the yellow to a different vessel?
Oh,
Do you have an empty? Well, yes,
I
you
have
definitely have
plenty of
empty
empty
cores,
vessels.
but you'd need one that would be strong enough. Is the issue?
I think I have one that's strong enough.
anyone happen to have that core that Penelope has
No,
around?
that's on Penelope and Penelope alone.
That's on Penelope. Also, wasn't that her mom?
Hey
That was your
Penelope, you
dad.
mind if I eat your
That was your dad.
mom?
Also,
Penelope, do you mind if I steal your dad or your
Also,
I
parent
thought it
to
was
me?
just an empty core.
didn't the last person who touched it that wasn't Penelope got fucking meat grindered?
It did turn Percy's hands into meat paste. Yes.
Oh,
I
No,
don't
I
remember
thought
that.
that
That
was
was
what
too long
took
ago.
my legs off.
No, it took all of you. That was your first full
No,
Kaplowy.
no, no, it wasn't. No, it took my legs, I remember. Okay.
I don't think I was there.
This happened in the very early sessions.
Yeah, so I probably wasn't there.
No, you were.
Was I?
Yeah, it was around
Because
like
I
1
missed like
through
a
3.
solid. So I would have been.
So what's your plan here, Percy?
I would like to try to move the yellow to a different vessel.
Okay, what size cores do you have?
I believe the largest I had gotten from when we looted the hospital was either a common or a supreme.
There were no supremes. It was commons and lessers.
So then, yeah.
Okay. You
We
don't
have
have anything
not-
big enough.
We have not gotten access to a single supreme core.
I don't have anything big enough.
You would need you need like another black core of equal size or bigger.
Of equal. And I
Without that, without that, there's guaranteed failure.
can't try to split it up into multiple of the same size.
Percy, that's asking for more trouble.
Yeah, it is. Of all
Percy,
the
I'm loving the energy you're putting out today. Please continue to steal from the eighth. Do it.
Oh boy, I feel like we're all gonna die now. You know what? I'm here for it. Um, it's not possible to try to fuse multiple empty cores into.
Not possible.
Not possible.
Not possible.
Okay, I thought we had
Not in
discussed.
a stable way, at least.
Okay, okay.
Which then, hey, you try. It destabilizes, and you're back in round one with even less materials.
The only other option I could think. Oh. I just remembered something I have,
What?
and something that can store souls. I still have my dogs, Danny.
Put them dogs away.
Wait.
I still have the dogs. You did tell me they could store souls. Not a lot, but only one.
You've broken Danny.
Yeah, souls, maybe.
There are two conflicting energies in there. I'm trying to evac the soul part.
I mean, hey, if you want to give it a try, be my guest.
Because the only other thing that I could possibly think of doing is just consuming the yellow. But yeah, I will try to move the yellow to one of the dogs to hold.
Is that your final answer?
I'm gonna look to Sundro.
Sundro's just like completely gone. He's just on his knees staring up at the corn.
I'm I'm going to look at Sundro. Sundro, this is a very important decision. I need you to help make. How much do you want your friend back?
Is there still no reaction?
Mm, he he's just kind of he nods. He just nods.
Do you trust me?
Well,
Yes or
yeah,
no?
he nods again. Yeah.
Okay. If this does not work, I will bear full responsibility for any outcome.
Bold words.
Bold choices require bold words.
Enough.
Danny, what do I need to roll?
What exactly are you doing?
I'm going to try to move the yellow portion of Teo's core to the dog so the dog can hold it until a time where we can retrieve it into a more stable vessel.
Okay, so you're going to remove the yellow portion.
Wait. Another idea has occurred. What would happen if I tried to move the soul to a vessel that wasn't a core?
Like what?
Like, say, a body I may or may not have stored within myself right now in
So
preparation for
full
another animation.
so full necromancy.
Yes. It's more so I'm not moving it into an already made zombie. It's more so I'm moving it into a mannequin right now. Pinocchio, maybe?
So you want to store the soul in an undead body.
It's not a full undead. This has not been animated whatsoever. This is a body that is ready
I
to
mean,
be
here's the
animated.
thing, though, Percy. You've already raised it. Um,
I haven't. I have not casted the spell Animate Dead on this yet. I just have the body itself created and ready for it.
This is some Full Metal Alchemist shit.
I
yeah.
I
That's
got
his
told
whole
I need
series,
to
isn't it?
prove myself for some buffs, man.
We're just like deep in the weeds tonight, aren't we?
Welcome to my downtime between sessions.
This is what happens when you don't have like every week sessions because Percy gets a chance to think.
No, this is what happens when you give me a day to think.
Percy, at this point, I think I don't think I can recommend this. Like, if you want to try moving it, sure, but I don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably not the best idea.
Well, our current situation is let this thing continue to build and blow, or try to minimize the blast by moving one of the fighting forces outside.
Sure, Percy. Sure. How would you like to do this?
Okay. I'm going to try to word this as best as I can, so I don't get monkey's pawed. Because I know you're good at doing that to people, Danny. I am going to eject the body I had prepared for my next animation out and onto the ground. I am then going to use my aura to create a soul tunnel so that the soul of Teo could try to funnel through it into the body.
Okay. So, Percy, I'd like you to describe how this body gets ejected out of you.
I am going to lay down onto the ground, push it out through my back, so that way when I roll over, there's just the body right there.
Hmm. Okay. So, you're gonna reach in and remove the yellow.
I'm not going to reach in. I'm going to. I would like to try and put a divide between the yellow and black. That way, the
So you're gonna
yellow
build a wall.
has enough room to funnel down.
Roll me a D100, Percy.
About 50 percentile.
As you reach in to try to push it, instantly the two energy sources swirling just dismantle anything you try to build.
Mm,
At the moment, you have it contained, but it's just the energies are cycling between each other. Percy, at this point, you having like 3 shells over this thing has it contained.
so it's theoretically safe for transportation.
Potentially.
Krav,
Yes.
do you have means of contacting Taylor right now?
No.
God fucking damn it.
Remember, I don't work for him.
Do you have means?
Yes, I have a phone, I have spells. Um, how
Give
how are
the
the
phone to
energies
somebody.
How are the energies circling around each other, Danny?
They're constantly cycling, building, and decaying.
In
So
in
it's
sort of
just an
a in sort of a snake eats snake tail.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
theoretically it should be contained forever.
Theoretically.
If neither side has something giving it more, then it would just be in.
Okay. Can I send a text to Taylor asking if there are any spare superior cores around? That was the quality we needed? Superior?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're calling Taylor for a superior core?
I'm sending him a text asking if there are any.
No.
That's what he sends back? No?
No, what did you do?
I tried to help.
It's the most R's like explanation
It's like,
of
what did you do? I tried to help. That was your
of how
first
everything
mistake.
exploded.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I tried to help.
I tried to help and I exploded a man. Ours can't do anything simply. Probably because Percy can't either.
Yeah, they really. Yeah, no, that's very Percy. Um,
But the core seems stable enough to move.
Yeah, I'm going to message him. It's just like the situation is controlled. It's just I'm trying to resolve it fully.
yeah. Percy, at this point, it's contained, and anything else you do will just cause more damage.
Yeah.
Percy, I'm sorry, you've already condemned the soul.
Sandro kind of just stands up and walks up to the core. He'll like put his hand out and touch it. Is there any sort of reaction?
None. It's just you see the reaction happening inside.
He'll pick it up, kind of stare into it for a while, and then kind of just hold it as he starts heading out of the cave.
Okay. You technically have his core. In your sheet, add one husk core contained, and then parentheses just put to.
Mm-hmm.
Percy, incredibly savage of you.
What, exploding a guy?
I didn't think after multiple warnings on the reason why the spell was banned, you'd actually do it.
I
To a man, to like an actual quest NPC too. I mean, wow.
It
Danny,
happens, you know.
Danny,
It's
I
D and
have
D.
I have asked questions about different topics and you have given me conflicting answers.
Knowledge is dangerous, Percy.
I know it is. But
Too
if I
much
want to
and it all
gain the
gets
benefits
jumbled.
of one thing, I'm going to have to make plays like this. That is essentially what I've been told.
Man. At this point, you guys free reign to get back to town. Before you guys leave, I'd say just roll one more perception check.
Ah! Sorry. Knocking things over in here. All of us?
Yeah.
God, I saw that 20 go by.
So as you guys are leaving, you turn around, and you all instantly look up as you notice something that wasn't there before.
Okay.
You see a screen with a red eye and a camera. As it specifically is looking at you, Percy.
I don't think.
You then watch as the screen goes black.
Ah, damn it. I was gonna see if I could use prestidigitation for anything. I wanted to put a big old floppy dick in front of the camera.
Sanjo's
I
just
thought you
like
didn't have one.
completely lost at like looking into the court as we walk back to the car.
Ours is just gonna walk out in silence, continuing to ponder.
Sky,
Mm-hmm.
roll my D100. As you are exiting, sitting on the stairs to your car, you will see a more well-dressed man with short greenish black hair wearing a kind of like this black French suit. As he's just sitting there waiting, looking, the hands together, just waiting patiently for you all to come out of the cave.
Who's waiting there?
Some dude. You said greenish black hair in a trench coat?
Kind of like a trench suit. So it's a nicer looking suit, but it has like a trench coat like jacket.
This is gonna be a crazy sentence out of context, but makes a lot of sense in context. Does it look like Deku?
Kind of.
Okay.
I'm just like, I see 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Sandra just kind of looks up at him.
I will get the photo that I use for him. As he also looks like he has a very solemn looking face. As he sees you all, he stands up, dusts off the back of his pants, walks up to Sundro and puts his hand out.
Like in a hand me kind of motion?
Yep,
Or
and just a very gentle, just like slow hand out, palm up.
Can I insight it, like to kind of get a vibe, or
Sure, roll an insight.
yeah, 14.
14. There is no ill will.
Just place the core in his palm.
Just looks at you, gives you a nod. I will make sure he's put to rest, descendant, as he disappears into the earth.
What was that?
No,
The fuck if I
he'll
know.
just walk into the Winnebago.
As you guys are getting back in, slowly around you, you watch as a ridge, like a stone ring, begins to appear under you. As it slowly begins to fill with water. As it fills, you guys eventually sink in and find yourself back at the elemental plane of water.
Well,
Does this happen to you all the time?
You, ours very solemnly is just gonna go. You get used to it.
I suppose we'll need to make another trip up to High Forest at some point then.
That was not what I was expecting to happen.
The ring that you guys were brought here in is still there.
So we could go back.
You could.
Okay. Where are we in the water plane? I assume we're in the city.
Yep, you're back in the docks, in one of Taylor's docks, basically.
Once Sundro kind of gets aware of his surroundings, he's going to start heading towards the castle.
Okay.
Why don't you two go with them?
Sure.
Really? Percy threw a monkey wrench in my plans.
Yeah,
Eternally.
that's
That is his
that's
job.
kind of just any campaign you DM, Danny.
Yeah.
He's Crit
It
2.0.
happens at some point.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to try to revive an Oros, though.
Well,
Especially a stage 2 Oros.
Well, at stage 2, they're basically just a soul. There's no real core that's at risk at that point anymore.
Still, you've been told that the 8th does not like to be stolen. That's why Oros can't be revived once they're gone. But
Yeah.
Now we know. And knowing is half the battle.
but yeah, really at that point, I need to rewrite a couple things now, so I think that's what we're gonna call it.
can I end on a jumping point for next session?
Yeah.
Sundro is like beelining straight for the Queen's hall. Like through guards, through whatever, he is going to meet with the Queen.
I mean, if you want to ask your questions now, we can definitely do that. If you have them ready,
Uh,
or you want some time to think about what you gotta ask.
it's probably gonna be like a RP blow up, just so you're aware.
Okay.
So it probably will be best to wait until next session.
Okay. That's exciting.
You can't just like let me learn about information of the man that I have thought I spent 400 years with, yet I have no memory of anything, and
No,
expect me to not have questions.
you have memories.
Right, but
It's
they're
just
seemingly not all of them.
yeah. Alrighty. Well then, that is where we will end the session for the night. That was incredibly fun. Percy, you're sick.
Yes,
Touch grass, my guy.
I already did today when I had to pick up my pizza.